Hello, everyone, and welcome to One Connected Love. I'm Daniel,
And I'm Christina.
and we are twin flames in harmonious union. All right, today's the day we've been waiting for. We are going to do another twin flame movie review. In this time, it was my choice to choose the movie. Last time we reviewed Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
And this time we reviewed a movie called Defending Your Life.
I'd never heard about it before.
Yeah, a lot of people actually haven't. Every time I mention this movie, people are like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
So this movie was made in. It came out and debuted in 1991. Is directed by Albert Brooks. It also stars Albert Brooks as the main character Daniel. He's the protagonist, I guess, or main character, and supporting lead is Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
As a character named Julia.
I was shocked that Meryl Streep was in this movie. It has like a pretty solid star-studded cast, and I was like, never heard of this movie in my life. And like, I consider myself like pretty well versed in movies. And
yeah, I'm not sure if it was like a flop at the theaters or what. I think it may have been because the theme is a little out there.
It's a little much, yeah. In terms of like what the average person, I think. I mean, it's like it's very well done, but like I think I can feel how like, especially like in 1991, like it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the movie is a romantic comedy, so there are lots of humorous themes throughout the movie.
Yeah.
But we will go ahead and dig into the movie now. So if you have not seen it or you are concerned with spoilers, go ahead and stop right now. Go ahead and watch that movie and come back.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and get started. So the movie takes place with Daniel, the main character. Starts off in his life, you know, just he just purchased a car, and along the way going home, driving the car, he actually gets into an accident, and he dies. Yeah. So the movie begins with his transition from the physical world into the afterlife.
Yeah.
And you can go ahead and.
Yeah, so then he ends up at Judgment City, which is like an in-between space where, so the movie has themes of reincarnation and all sorts of stuff, right? So this is like an in-between space between like, existences, or like between like physical existence, right? And so, yeah, he ends up at a place called Judgment City, and then I think Rip Torn is like his lawyer.
Yeah.
Like essentially, like you have like sort of a trial. Everybody has a trial, and so yeah, like where they're gonna go back and look at scenes from your life, and basically like essentially judge you and where you should end up next. Like if he's gonna reincarnate on Earth, which how that's like depicted in the movie as like you keep reincarnating on Earth until you learn your lessons, right? And then you move forward, so to speak, which they don't really talk about what that means, but it really just means you ascend. Yeah,
you expand.
Yeah.
You expand your consciousness. They have this theme throughout the movie with big brains and little brains, and all of the people in Judgment City have very large brains, and they're really talking about like spiritual consciousness, but they say like Rip Torn, he uses something like 47% of his brain.
Right, it's not the size, it's like how much of their brain they're using.
Yeah. And like Daniel uses something like 3% or something like that.
Yeah,
it's
and they
really
say
funny.
They say like people on Earth use like 5% or something like that.
5% is the max. Like the smartest people on Earth are using 5%. After 5%, they leave essentially.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get into the twin flame concepts in this movie.
Yeah. So, Daniel comes into Judgment City, and he's, on trial, essentially defending his life, like the movie title suggests. And he's there for a couple days defending his life, and on the second day there, he runs into
Meryl Streep. Yeah.
Julia is the love interest, right? And they meet at a comedy club or whatever, like a spiritual club or whatever, and it's pretty funny.
It's a comedy club.
Yeah, it's a comedy club, but it's pretty funny scene, and they instantly connect. Like it's really interesting, the themes. Yeah.
Well, she is like, do I know you from somewhere?
Do I know
right? You? Yeah, and basically like the topic there, the twin flame topic there is that Yeah, like, I mean, it's never said in the movie, but like, yeah, that's his like twin flame, right? And so he seems familiar to her because they've probably reincarnated together many, many times, or they've come across each other or been together many, many times, because your twin flame is your ultimate lover, your eternal lover, right?
Right. So their relationship develops very quickly. Like within the span of 2 or 3 days, they're already fallen for each other. Like they
Right.
love each other and they're like very deeply in love. And on several occasions, Julia is like, it just feels so easy. It
Yeah.
feels so natural. Like,
Yeah.
like it's so easy to love you. And going back to real twin flames, it does feel like that. There is that familiarity and that peace, and it's just like,
Right.
it feels so natural. It feels so easy.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, they throughout the movie, they fall in love. There's a lot of cool scenes, and ultimately, we won't spoil the end.
Yeah.
We really, really want you to see the movie, but ultimately, you know, the movie ends. But you really get a sense of like the twin flame dynamic. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I guess like one of the things that I guess one of the funny things about the movie is that Julia like made very different choices in life, right?
Yeah, that's
like,
awesome.
So Julia lived like a very loving and honorable life, right? Like
very giving life.
Very giving life. And Daniel, he was very like, it wasn't so much that he was a bad person, but he was very fearful. And in fact, that's what he was being judged on.
Yeah, that's the thing we should talk about.
Yeah, in his like little trial, was actually how many times or how often he had been fearful and chosen the fearful choice. Not that he was like a bad guy, but he was just very ordinary. He never really grew and like chose to expand beyond his fear. But like everything he did was like he played it safe. And he was very stingy with himself. And so that's reflected in the hotels that because at Judgment City, like it's very much like an 80s, it's very 80s. At Judgment City, they stay in different hotels. And so Julia stays at like a very nice hotel.
Yeah, very high class.
And he stays at like a kind of dumpy hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really funny, and there are some jokes around that, and some awesome things. We won't spoil it here, but like Julia and Daniel go to like a past life pavilion, they call it, and they can view their past lives, like who they were in past lives, and there's some humorous things there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So overall, how did you feel that they did on the whole twin flame dynamic?
Well, one of the things, I mean, because we were looking for it and because we knew that like we knew about it, like it was clear that they were twin flames, but like one of the things they missed was that twin flames make the same core choices.
Yeah.
Right? And they were definitely, I mean, unless in Julia's life it played out in a different way and it wasn't really depicted, they weren't making the same core choices, in that incarnation on Earth, right?
Right, exactly. And that is something that's common in like these sorts of like Hollywood,
Hollywood romance
movies. When you're positioning it like, is it a twin flame movie? The Hollywood movies are never going to be perfect because twin flames, the concept of twin flames and everything is relatively new in modern day consciousness, right? And it's just emerging. Hopefully in the future we can expect like more twin flame movies that are more accurate. But going with what we have right now, I would still say that it was a pretty good twin flame movie.
Yeah, it is. And well, what I also really liked about it is, it's a pretty like spiritually like well done version of like all of these things, like how he was being judged on fear, right? Like how often he chose fear and not love. Like it's, and like all these concepts too of like just the way the whole movie's set up, like it just feels really like wow, like very well done. And it was a really entertaining movie, and like it was a good time. You know, I had a good time with it. So there was that too.
Yeah, it was the same with me. I was like surprised at all of like the spiritual ideas and everything in there, because I had heard they must have done their research or something, because I had heard a lot of these like ideas that you know, when you after you die, you don't automatically go to like heaven or hell. It's your consciousness is who you are, and you don't change. You don't instantly change and become like enlightened or anything like that. You stay who you are until you learn the lessons, and you know, you reincarnate however many times until you learn the lessons and grow. And I found that super interesting in this movie. I loved how natural Daniel and Julia's relationship felt.
Yeah, they did a good job.
They had good chemistry.
I mean, it's Meryl Streep.
Yeah, it's Meryl Streep. I mean, she's good at pretty much every role she does. Yeah. So yeah, overall, I was really pleased with this Twin Flame movie. If you had to give it like 3 or like out of 5 stars, what would you give it?
I would give it, like, overall the movie, I would give it like 4 stars.
Yeah, that's about what I would give it.
Yeah, and like I had a great time watching it. I had fun. So, and I really I thought it was like a really good representation of the twin flame dynamic. And
me too.
And yeah, there's you can definitely tell it was made in the time that it was made. But like, yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, so we definitely recommend that you go watch it. It is available online.
Yeah, we rented it on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Probably be impossible to find a DVD nowadays of it, or a VHS tape. What's that?
Or a Betamax. Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and check it out. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the movie. And as always, if you have something that you love, a twin flame movie that you love, post it in the comments. We will review it, and we look forward to reviewing it.
Yeah, we're gonna do some that are a little more popular. We've been riding the obscure train in these 2 that we've been doing. So we've got a list of maybe some more popular movies. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for future videos. If you did like this video, like and subscribe to our channel. And we do Twin Flame private coaching and Twin Flame card readings. If you're interested in our services, check out our links below to our website, oneconnectedlove.com.
Yeah.
As always, thank you for watching our video, and we'll see you in the next one.